Welcome to the Digipaint Merch Workshop 2025, given by Robin, Elaine, and Mari. Yay! So what are we designing merchandise for? We're designing it for Congenai. Is that 29? Congenai 29? Okay. So we're going to be selling your art as affordable collectibles and fun physical keepsakes like prints, stickers, and keychains. Your designs don't have to be anime or pop culture inspired, but that's kind of the theme. So like, if you want to do that, that's very cool. If you don't want to do that, that's also cool. Do whatever you want. You will pay for the production cost because this stuff does cost some money, but you will keep the profit and any leftover stock, so you can like do anything you want with it. You can sell it, you can keep it, you can hand it out. And today we're focusing on keychains because that's the thing here that probably is the most different or unique, maybe like not as intuitive as just like, you know, the other two, the prints and stickers. So keychains are, at least the keychains we're focusing on now, are acrylic charms or acrylic keychains. They're kind of, you know, trendy, they're affordable. You can hang them on anything, like in a bag or on your zippers. They're UV printed on acrylic sheets, and then they're laser cut, and then the pieces are glued together, and then like a metal clasp is put onto the hole at the top. Wow. And this is kind of what the process looks like. Whoa. So like, typical keychain sizing is between 1.5 to 3 inches. We're ordering at 2.5 inches so that like everything is kind of standardized and we can sell everything at the same price. You should probably draw at a canvas size of like 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. If you want to make the art, use the art anything bigger, like a print in the future, then you should probably draw it bigger. It's easier to scale down than scale up. So like, clasps. This is how keychains are attached to things. They're usually made out of metal. You can see a few here are made out of like string. These are the free options. There's some metal ones, there's some string ones, and then there's some fancier special clasps that cost an extra 10 cents per charm, but they can really add some extra pizzazz if you opt for them.
Okay, let's get to the actual design of these keychains. Just on the technical side of things, you'll want to be able to set up a color profile as you're working on these pieces so that you can see what the keychains will look like in like physical print, because RGB, which is the mode that you'll see the colors on your screen in, is slightly different from how they'll look in real life, which is CMYK, which stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, and I don't know what K stands for.
Black.
That's black. Okay. So generally colors will print a little bit darker in CMYK, but you can preview basically how everything will look as you're drawing it, and I've listed a few different softwares and how you can get to that. And yeah, basically everything that says CMYK at the front, I usually use Japan color coded because a lot of like manufacturers are based in Asia, so that would probably be the most realistic indicator if you're going through those. And then another thing to keep in mind is the file size setup, which these keychains are 2.5 inches, okay? You know how big that is, but once you're drawing it on your iPad, on your computer, you might be like super zoomed in, super zoomed out, and then when the actual keychain comes, you're like, oh wow, I drew all that, and it's like, you know, it might not be representative of the full level of detail that you want to get at. So something that's helpful is to be able to view your work in your actual print size. And again, I've listed these options within these different applications. If you have more questions about it, I'll try to help. We'll try to help. You could also go to Google. And also, I know for sure that Photoshop and Clip Studio have like a ruler option you can toggle on, just so you can see how much an inch or a centimeter actually is. So that would also be helpful. And then Robin was talking about the like print quality of your pieces earlier. So DPI is the measurement by which we look at the image resolution. You can see that it stands for dots per inch, which is basically just like how many dots that printer is going to print onto the physical material. So when you open a new file, or if you already have one, we recommend working at like 300 dpi, which is, you know, I think that's the limit of the human eye, apparently. So that'll probably get you the best like detail and quality. And then for prints, sorry, this is so like big posters, basically. There are a lot of different consistent dimensions. And that's just, so if you have an existing piece, you can reformat it, like crop it a little bit or add on to the edge to make it kind of fit these dimensions, just so they're standardized. And also, prints should also be in CMYK because those are physical ink colors on the page. And yeah, I don't.
Oh yeah, another merch type we're doing is stickers, which we're going to get them nicely printed on vinyl because that's the standard. They're supposed to stand up to like being put on your bottle or like being put on your car or something like that, and that's why you can price them a little bit higher than like a regular paper sticker. Usually they're like 2 to 3 inches, maybe bigger, maybe smaller. And a lot of the design stuff is the same as keychains, except that you're not doing a backside, or like you wouldn't be doing a backside. You don't have to do a backside on keychains, but we're going to get to that.
Okay, so for the actual design of these keychains, we have some tips here. The main thing is to keep in mind the size, so you want your details to be readable, like from far away. Like you're not always going to be staring at a tiny keychain, right? So we recommend keeping things standardized if you want to do multiple designs, like putting it all on one canvas or of a similar dimensions. And then not to have too many details. So this was some examples of like the designs I've done. The one on top is my first attempt, and it's just like it goes a bit hard, but I wouldn't necessarily produce that, especially if you're doing a lot of them. Like it can be very time consuming, and then the physical keychain is not going to be super huge, right? So suggestion I have is to just like genuinely take your design on the screen and then like take a few steps back and look at it and like see which parts are clear, which parts are unclear. And then yeah, you can use details like a white outline to help it stand out, like thicker line art for more graphic style, all that kind of stuff. And then if you know your design works as a sticker, it'll probably look good as a keychain or a charm, and vice versa.
Okay, so like usually the format for character keychains is chibis because they put more emphasis on the face, and that like helps for, you know, recognizing the character and like connecting more with the part that you really like, which is their face. And chibis are typically 2 to 3 heads tall. You can do them either scale, just personal preference. And then there's also like less detailed limbs. Like the hands here are pretty undetailed because it'd be kind of freaky to have like, you know, veins or knuckles on hands at chibi scale. So like simplification and stylization, they will make your thing look nicer. It's also doable to do non-chibi keychains, but they might be kind of hard to see at a small scale. Like you can kind of see that on these. The details are like a little hard to see unless you're really staring at them. Usually for non-chibis I see busts because those still put more focus on the face. Sometimes full bodies, but that's usually for like really big keychains, like 4 or 5 inches. You can also draw like non-human stuff at their exact proportions if it's still readable. This is kind of just like, you know, personal judgment thing.
As we mentioned earlier, keychains have 2 sides. They exist in the 3-dimensional universe. You can see both sides of them. And so you can...
Mike.
Sweet.
Is it working?
Is the mic
Wait,
working?
what were you saying? It's not working?
Yeah.
Oh.
What happened to the mic?
I couldn't
Sorry.
tell.
I think it's fine.
What? It just turned off suddenly.
Yeah, I think it's dead.
It's
Oh,
dead.
it's okay, just keep going.
But yeah, you can take advantage of this effect and use different designs on both...
Does this mic work?
Hello? I don't know.
I don't know if it works.
It's okay, just keep going.
And use different designs on both sides of the keychain. So on the top again is my example. It's a very small change because I was lazy, but I changed the like design on the little flyer. You can go way crazier, but it's important to remember that again we're working in the three-dimensional universe, and then that the silhouette has to remain the same. Otherwise, you know, you'll see the back of one design on the other side. And another important thing to consider is that text would also be mirrored because they'll automatically flip it during the process. So if you want to have text on both sides of the charm, you're gonna wanna like manually correct that.
Okay, hi guys. So you are all now masters at learning how to make your own designs. But if you are looking into like producing your own merch for your own like Etsy shop or selling at conventions or like just looking into the future after Kanjanai, Vogue Race is a really good place to start for beginners. Just keep in mind this is not like the steps you're gonna take when you submit to us. So make sure you just read the Google sheet.
The Google Doc, yeah.
Yes, the Google Doc correctly and just follow that because this is like we're not ordering from Vogue Race this time. But yeah, scared to make your first order? Don't worry. Vogue Race makes it super user-friendly. This is not a paid promotion, guys, I swear. Discounts are also applied the more you order, so ordering bulk is ideal for you.
This is also true for our group order.
Yes. So ordering keychains. You're gonna choose your printing style, so it's gonna be like, do you want your design to have the same on both sides, or do you want it to have like a different design on the other side? So you choose based off your design that you made. Then you're gonna choose your technique, and basically, like, we already covered this, but like the classic style for like acrylic keychains is just like a sandwich. So it's like a piece of acrylic and then your design in the middle, and then another piece of acrylic just to like kind of avoid scratching. You're gonna choose your size. I say the typical like sizing is like 2 to 3 inches. And then for keychains, the quantity is like the number times 1, so it'll be true to the number that you like put in the quantity, which is not the same when it goes to stickers, but I'll get into that later. So 5 quantity means 5 keychains. It's very straightforward. And then uploading your keychain designs. So like what Elaine said, you want to make sure that your files are in CMYK. Just makes the printing process for like the manufacturer easier, and you also get to like see your design for what it is. You're gonna make sure that the sizing and the material are the same, because like you can't submit, like, say you have one design that's like the same on both sides and then another one that's different sides that have a different design. You're gonna have to do those in separate orders, like just in your cart. So they're gonna be in different zip files when you submit that. So, and then naming your files. So you're gonna name your file with like the design name, and then you're gonna have the quantity that you want, and then the clasp code. The clasp code will just be like listed on Vogue Race. Did I have it here?
It's not super visible.
Oh, I think I had it in here before. Yeah.
Next week's live? I don't remember.
Let's see. No, it's okay. But like basically there'll be like a drop down menu, and you'll see like the codes, like say like my Ida charm, it'll like 1704, so that's like the silver star clasp. So yeah. And then you're gonna label the front and back if they're different. So I labeled the front, which is the one with I have the info for like the quantity, and then the clasp, and then just the back, which they'll note flip on the back. And then you're gonna create and upload like all of your designs for that kind of like that order in a zip file. And then just remember that the quantity is multiplied by 1, so it's just true to its number. And then for ordering stickers, Vogue Race also has like a lot of options when it comes to like sticker material. So you're just gonna choose, do you want it like regular vinyl? Do you want it like holographic? And then like a classic sticker design is just die cut, so that just follows the silhouette of your design. And you can choose different materials, like I said. And the standard size for a sticker is 2 to 3 inches. And then ordering stickers, you're gonna go to this drop down menu, you're gonna choose your material, then you're gonna choose your size, and then for stickers, the quantity is the number times 10. So right here, like the purchase unit, that'll be like, so this is 10. So then when you're ordering like the quantity here, this will be 50, not 5. So just make sure that you read like everything first. Also, they'll be pretty like explicit in like the explanation when they go through it, because I have a lot of information there too, just to provide for you. And then when you're uploading your stickers, again, make sure that there's CMYK, make sure the sizing and the materials are the same. So make sure that you like do all your holographic stickers as a separate order from your regular stickers, just to like kind of keep it consistent. Name each file with the design name and then the quantity. So for my Meowth sticker there, it'll be Meowth plus 1, but that actually means I'm getting 10 of those stickers, not 1. Yeah, and then once you're done with that, you're going to create and upload it as a zip file. And then too much info that I covered here. Don't worry, they like have videos for you to make the process easier for yourself. And then they have a lot more than like stickers and charms. So like if you're looking to do more than that for your business, that you could see that too. Questions?
Yes.
Can you upload this file as a PDF to the Discord so people can look at it afterwards?
Yes.
Yes. I think we'll also have like a link to the slides themselves, maybe?
Okay.
Do we want to do that?
Let's do that.
Let's do
It'll
that.
also be in our Google Drive.
Yeah. Yes?
Does it matter what you sell? Like, I know it's like hard related, but like, can you sell? Does it have to be like original character, or can it be fan art, or are there like legal like terms for that? You know what I mean?
We can be
Because I
friends.
know like sometimes, especially, or does that just depend? Does that make sense?
Are you talking about like the
Like
convention?
copyright infringement?
Like,
I think for a con at the size of Kanjanai, like no one's gonna snitch on you, to be honest.
yeah.
I think if you want to be safe, you should look. If you're gonna make fan art, you should look at like what the original company has said about it, and if other people are like selling art from the same IP, original art, like we totally support that and go for it. But yeah, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
Fan art typically does tend to sell more though. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's just like whatever you're comfortable with. But at least for like Kanjana, you're probably fine just doing anything you want. But in general, you have to be like careful and, you know, see if the original copyright holders like never make fan art for stuff ever, or if they're like, actually it's cool, you can sell it.
Yeah. Also, like on Etsy, if you want to like, I know people get around like, okay, I had some of my Pokemon stickers like flagged recently and like taken off Etsy, but if you just have to be careful about how you name them, because like I don't think they care. It's just like if you have like the name of something really explicitly in the title, they could get mad. But like if you like kind of abbreviate it to like PKMN instead of Pokemon, they'll be like more lenient and it'll probably like no one really cares. There's so much Pokemon stuff on Etsy that you won't get in any like legal trouble. The worst that'll happen, like you get taken off Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
What's like the recommended amount of stuff for like how much do people buy?
That is a really good question.
It's really 10 of each, right?
Yeah, I think 10's a standard for any.
Ten's like a good to
For a
start.
one-day convention, and if you're not like, I don't know.
I say like just to test like what sells on your shop, like just do 10. And
Yeah.
then for conventions, 10's good if you, yeah. It just depends on how many designs you're selling at once, I guess.
Yes.
This is kind of not a selling question, more like a fixing stuff. If you draw something that's like lopsided and you already have a design like lined or whatever, how do you like fix it? Should you just like start over?
You can-
Liquify?
You can use
Like-
like the distort tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can like go into the select tool and then you can like kind of like pull your design in like different ways to kind of make it less lopsided. Do you use Procreate?
Yes.
It'll be in like the little like the mouse key like area, and then you can just go down to like, it'll like, yeah, at the bottom it'll say like distort, and then you can like move things around.
And it's better to catch that before you start coloring stuff, right? Like.
Yeah, but you can select multiple layers at the same time and then do the distort tool. You can't do it for liquify though.
Yeah. Or you can redraw parts.
You can for liquify?
So, because I've done it.
Oh,
In Clip Studio.
it doesn't work for me when I do it. But
I guess try. Yeah.
yeah, you can select multiple layers though, so should make it easier for you.
Is it like a good idea to use the like mirror tool when you're drawing a keychain for some parts? Like, will that make it easier?
I say like it's up to you to decide what makes the process easier for yourself. Yeah, I say like maybe flip the canvas a lot just to see if it looks like good on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you order a keychain and it's double-sided, you'll find out really fast if it looks weird on the other side.
Yeah, just make sure you flip your canvas and see if you like it.
Yeah, it's a good process in general, but this is especially so because someone's going to flip it over and be like, well, what happened to the eyes? Any other questions? Or anything else you guys want us to elaborate on? Yes?
One of my professors once said that Procreate like chunks your data, so it's bad for printing. So is that real?
I don't think so. I've never had a problem with that before.
Like a science professor?
Yeah.
Huh.
Really?
Oh. Phototroopers don't know shit about
What?
That is not. I don't believe that is true. It is fine. It has worked every time.
Does it mean like visually or like the file itself?
I think someone said that like printing from Procreate was difficult.
Like the colors get messed up. It's not as good at predicting CMYK.
Oh, you mean
I
for
guess just
CMYK?
like make sure you like export your files to Photoshop. Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you should actually do CMYK in Photoshop because usually that's actually the best for CMYK. Unfortunate, I don't like Adobe, but their CMYK processing is still probably the best. If that's what they meant, then I think that's correct. But if they mean like print quality, I don't think so. Like 300 DPI is 300 DPI.
Yeah.
But if it means like print colors, then I get why.
Yeah. My colors are fine. I do it in Procreate, so.
So typically, if you want to like, you could like draw it in Procreate and then import it into Photoshop, and then if
Yes.
the colors are weird, you just edit it in Photoshop.
Yeah. Then you can just play around with the hue, saturation, brightness, see how you like it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Anything else, or should we move on to work time?
Any last questions, queries?
No. Okay.
And if you do come up with a question, you can always ask one of the admin at any time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If any questions come up, please come to us.
Yippee! Yay!
Yay!
Wow. I think we just keep this up here.